What is up, Yugi2? This is Meh, Pigandmeh. Before I get into anything, I got something cool to show you. You ready for this? See this right here? Oh, glares a bitch. See that? Yeah. That is 8 D-Boyz, sucker. Which I'm going to tell everyone, if you have this card, I must has. Oh, and on a side note, I got this today. It's kind of random, I know. But I thought it looked cool. And, yeah, I guess if you want it, you can make offers. Yeah. I'm sorry I had to get that shit on camera. But, what's the purpose of this video, per se? Well, if any of you are subscribed to my good friend, Mr. Anthony Antman816, you'll know that I went to Yu-Gi-Oh! Championship Series, Kansas City. Oh yeah, sucker. And what I'm going to do today is proceed to tell you guys how I did, what I played, and my thoughts on the YCS as a whole. But before I get into anything, I'm going to make note, I could only personally make day 1 because, well, frankly, I did not have the means of transportation to go both days. And forgive any weird noises, I just kind of had to exit out of something. But yeah. My record for the day was a 2-4 drop. There was 630 people there, and of the rounds that I had, I played 2 plant synchros, 2 agents. One of them was really weird because he mained Dimensional Fissure and was very banish heavy, which just freaking wrecked me. You don't even know, like, this was just, that was probably the most brutal thing I'd ever played against. And I could just not draw answers to anything, and I even sided into a 3rd MST. 1 X-Saber, and we are Reign of Chaos's zombie Tengu tour guide shenanigans. I mean, the deck was really freaking good. And not only was I dueling him, but right next to me was Goddess Angelic, which was kind of funny as hell. It was actually that We Are Reign of Chaos guy. He's actually a really cool dude in person. I was surprised, and the fact that he knew that my Zero shirt was a Smashing Pumpkin shirt was just awesome. But I digress. My wins for the day were the X-Saber I played because he lost game 1 because he showed up late. And then for game 2, which was the only game we actually played, basically I opened with the nuts and just went to town on that little bastard. I felt it made me a little happy inside, I'm not gonna lie, because I ripped a Yusei Fudo all up on that. Oh, speaking of Yusei Fudo, on a side note, I don't know if you guys can see this, but yeah, I got him to sign this. Awesome, I've never read. And also on another note, right behind the D-Boyz, the Wabbit. So, got him to sign. Oh yeah. That was amazing, getting to... I did not know just how crazy fanfare it would be, because not only did I get to see Yusei Fudo, but I got to meet and actually talk to WK Dad. Which, by the way, I was drastically disappointed that he didn't top, let alone the fact that he finally declared that he is done with Plant Synchro as a whole. And he told me he was moving on to Hammer and Nail that day. And then the next thing I know, Chaos tops it, which is just crazy, but I'm kind of rambling on, so back to the core of the matter. And the other thing I beat was an agent. I was surprised, but really, I needed to sideboard better for that, and I just need to work on my sideboard as a whole, in general. But overall, even though I scrubbed out, it was a really fun time, and I got to record a really badass rants video with my buddy Anthony Antman816. You guys, it's gotten some good views so far, and I'm just going to give it a little bit more of a promotion, because there's going to be an annotation around here. You guys should watch it. It's funny stuff. He has some good questions, and I might use a couple of those questions in a later edition of Rants, and also you get a little preview. Also, he recorded a profile of the deck I used that day, so whenever he posts that up, you guys can get a little glimpse of me singing oh so terribly on top of knowing what I ran, which, by the way, I ran a deck that I call Fudo U, which was a much improved version of my What the Fudo deck. So, yeah, but needless to say, overall, YCS Kansas City, it was largely disappointing in most aspects, considering the people who we expected to do good didn't hardly perform like everyone wanted. And of course, Dark Worlds just kind of didn't do a damn thing. They all hype. It's kind of disappointing because I know the deck works really well. It's just people aren't playing it to the degree that I feel they should. It's too focused on tour guide and whatnot, but I digress, and that's something you guys can ask me about at a later time if you want. But yeah, for being my first ever big event, I'd say I didn't do too terrible. I at least won a couple, traded like a bastard, sold some stuff, bought a collection and whatnot. Got to meet a lot of famous Yugi tubers like M. Cole 40, Asian Persuasion, D. Carlos. It was some awesome stuff. And yeah, YCS Kansas City, overall, awesome experience. I think every duelist should do at least once in their lifetime. And yeah, that just kind of sums it all up. This was my report for my experiences at Yu-Gi-Oh! Championship Series Kansas City. I'll make sure to have a link to a fun little rant I recorded on my buddy Anthony's channel. And yeah, don't forget to kind of give me questions to answer for future upcoming editions of rants. And yeah, this is Meh, pigandmeh, signing out.